myself here. I was going to videotape this thing more. Gotta have myself a little bit so. I just got my scarf joint, cut my neck. I made a different neck this time instead of just doing the regular. Find one. Well, instead of just taking a 1x2 poplar and making the neck out of it, I actually laminated some 1x4s to some oak. And then I ripped it along this edge. So now I have a backbone in it. I've got an oak backbone. Because this one I made here, I made this fretless one. I didn't put a heel on it, and I've got a little bit of a, you can see I got a little bit of a bow to it, which is okay because it's a slide, fretless. But I wanted to give it some more strength. So now I've got that oak backbone in there, and it will sit like that, and then my fretboard will sit on top as such. And I made a few jigs a while back, because this is going to be a 4-stringer. I made a few jigs for a 4-stringer, and put them on paper, put a half on paper, then transferred them to Masonite. So here's a couple of the designs I've got. Kind of an Epiphone look. That, and then just kind of a round over, not quite a Martin. I'm going to square this off too. I can use this for a Martin look. But anyway, I just cut that, transferred that onto my 1/2-inch headstock. And this was a great idea since I was doing a scarf joint this time. Instead of trying to take my 3/4 inch piece of scarf joint and reduce it to the 1/2 inch for the tuners, I just got some 1/2 inch and put a scarf joint in that. And I was wondering how that was going to come out alongside the 3/4. And it's perfect. It's going to work real good. So when my fretboard goes on there, you can see I don't have to do any reduction to that headstock. So where I'm at right now, turn this down a little bit. This is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna drop this a little bit more too. Bring close up. Yeah, I'm waiting on I'm going to use a hardtail bridge on this. I've got a nice pickup for it. It's got a nice four pull pickup. It's already pre-wired, which is nice. And then I'm going to have a black 4-pull or 4-string hardtail on it. And it's going to look nice. I've only done one with I've done the acoustic one. And this little oak one here, this is my first build. I got a Piazza in this one. I got a tune. Got a Piazza with this one. So this will be my first build with an actual magnetic pickup. Anyway, this is where I'm at right now. I'm getting ready to put some pins in here and tag and glue my scarf joint headstock onto here. And this is going to be the box I'm using. I really like this box. I haven't seen many of these. La Aroma de Cuba. I love the blues in it. It's going to look real cool. And since I'm putting a pickup in here too, I'm gonna butt it up inside the box. It's not going to have a tailpiece like that. It's just going to cut off. It's going to cut flush right inside the box. Because since I got the hardtail on there, I really don't need that extension for the strings. Isn't that a pretty box though? Be nice. Pickup will be right about here. Let's see which way is this open. No, pickup's going to be on this side, right here. Hardtail, pickup, be a bridge pickup, and then, well, you get the idea. But I love that box. I just love the blues on that box. Then I found a couple of these Arturo ones too. These Arturo Fuentes that are thinner, a lot thinner. Compared to this one. A lot thinner and flatter and bigger. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this one. Probably make a 4-stringer out of this one too. I think I got 2 of these. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get this glued up. And once this gets stabilized, I'll do the sanding on it. I'm going to wait till I get my bridge before I do the layout for my my tuning pegs. But I think it's going to work out good. I think I've got enough width on the headstock here where I can actually wrap the tuning pegs right. I don't have to go reverse on that first string because of the way the string lines up with the peg. Usually it lines up on the outside of it, so you got to wind it the back. You got to wind it backwards. Okay. Gray Saw's cigar box is back in town. The weather finally cooled off enough I can get out here now. Start doing some work. It's a little hot there. It's 100-degree days. I just can't do it anymore. And it was humid this year. Pretty humid this year, so I couldn't. Had a hard time out in the. Come on. Had a hard time out in that humidity this year. Messing up my lungs. I didn't like that at all. Got to use the jigsaw for the first time. I had it set up, but I just never got to it this last fall. But works pretty good. Got to do a little cleanup with some corners and stuff. But I had an 1/8-inch blade on there at first, thinking it'd be better for cutting the tight corners, but it wobbled too much because this is set up for a 1/4-inch blade. So haven't used a jigsaw in years. I did okay. Didn't do any bad cuts. My patterns could have a little refinement on my patterns. So, okay, I'm gonna get the glue out and get going on that. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later.